Hello, everyone. Gavin Lance Top here. I'm here with Sir Joe Mayzen. He's a man alive experience veteran. He's into his third year. Man, you just done so well, Joe. Mate, now you've got some history. I mean, looking back now, what was it like looking at your journey leading into the man alive experience? What was it like before?
Oh, look, Gav, thanks for having me here. Before joining Man Life, I was a very unfit person, okay? And when I say the word unfit, I mean unfit physically, as in, I had an office job. I was, working in an office. Probably wasn't eating very healthy. Like, I know I wasn't eating healthy. I was probably, maybe drinking a little bit too much. Yeah, not a really sort of happy person. I was a very just going for flow, running that rat race wheel. Nothing special anyway, by that means. I always just knew, and I did. I always just knew there's just way more to life than this,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe,
so
can I butt in there? Because a lot of people will, I remember at the time when you first committed, mate, beautiful kids, wife, you've got real estate, property developing. Mate, people would say you made it.
People would say I would have made it, Gav. On the outside, I was living the life of like people's dreams.
Yeah.
Inside, mate, I was crumbling,
Yeah.
I had this beautiful bloody beach house. I'm in Newcastle here, I was out at Stockton there. This beachfront house, glass bloody walls, 3-story. It was a beautiful house, big, beautiful house.
Yeah.
We just had our second child. Oh, look, materialistic things there. It was just, we had some new cars and just, mate, the cash flow was coming in. Property business was doing amazing.
So what was the thing that I suppose encouraged you to start this man alive experience journey? Like, what was the first year like? Because you're a couple of years in. What was the thing that got you started initially?
Yeah. Well, it was one night I was just sort of flicking through Facebook there, I'm pretty sure it was Facebook, and this character sort of popped up, and I thought, hang on, this guy surely isn't selling beauty products here. I might just listen in a little bit closer here, and lo and behold, it's Gavin Lance Top here, right? Look, mate, look. I was comfortably numb, like as a bit of a cliche, but I was comfortably numb, just nothing much was happening. And look, fast forward, geez, not long, 3 months. It was just before COVID. Actually, COVID sort of started kicking off here in Australia, and fast forward 3 months, discovered a few things. I had a marriage breakdown. Things between myself and my wife or ex-wife now. Just like we really discovered we're just two different people on two different sort of paths. The very unfortunate thing here, there's children involved as well. We just sort of grew apart from each other, and so this was like within the first 3 months of joining Man Alive. It's just like a ton of bricks have been dropped on my shoulder. It was a bloody devastating thing. Look, I
suppose how did the man alive? Because mate, I remember, like obviously, like I thought, jeepers, this bloke is just started this epic journey. It's just got a big kick in the stomach, give a big kick in the guts, mate. But you're flipping toughed it out, mate. I mean, how did the man alive help you get through that period?
Camaraderie ship. I've made some really good connections with other men, and funnily, the funny thing enough was a lot of these other men that I was talking to had very similar issues. It's a very, very similar issues, one way or another, and it just actually seemed to be, there's quite a few guys had, like, I could really relate to them and they could relate to me, and look, we started sort of bouncing ideas and just talking, just basically talking, getting out there and talking, that really helped immensely. Look, the camaraderie ship is probably the biggest thing for me in Man Alive. I've made friends and associates. I don't want to use the word associates, but I've made friends, really good friends out of Man Alive that I'll have for the rest of my life, people that want to become high achievers, people that have got that drive, that maybe haven't even like realised there's a burning sensation. There's a burning drive within them. And it's just yeah. And again, without sounding like cliches, we're unleashing that drive in people, and that's probably the most amazing thing that I like to see with Men Alive. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, mate. But I think, like what you said, the highlight for you is the camaraderie where we're in this together. This masculine journey must be done together. And I mean, mate, I know because you've been quite consistent over the last few years around turning up to the Zoom calls and every event we do, mate. You're always there. You turn up on a Harley. Well, you're ready to jump in the ring. Mate, how was that? I mean, how has the Zoom calls been? What's been some takeaways there?
Mate, the Zoom calls. If it wasn't for the Zoom calls, without trying to sound like a lazy person, mate, I'd be sleeping until like 8, 9 o'clock. If it wasn't for the Zoom calls.
So what's been the best things, I suppose, as we go through the different topics?
Yeah, so mate, it's like a religious thing, I would call it like I'm not an overly religious person, but yeah, like I'd call it like church. Like if you want to use the word church, it's you meet up with these guys, you share stories. It's you work together, talk about things. It's a great thing, and without a doubt, it's the best thing in the week because it's at the start of the week. Your Zoom calls are at the start of the week. And it just sets you up for the week. You get some tasks. We talk about a few ideas and this sort of thing, and it's sort of chugging around in your head throughout the week. And you always get this question in the back of your mind, like whatever topic you're talking about for the week. Like how can I better myself this week? Like it's Zoom calls are the best thing about this about Men Alive.
That's awesome, mate. That's awesome. And I suppose, mate, there's going to be men maybe that are going to connect with you and think, wow, what would you say to those guys?
You join Men Alive, without a doubt, you will make new friends. You will make new connections. You'll make lifelong partners, like partnerships. You know what I mean? Allies. Allies is probably the best way to describe it. We're men, we're allies, and we're a fighting force, okay? Whatever side of the world you're from, we're in Australia here, mate. Or some of my really close friends that some of them I've never actually met in person. They're from the United States, they're from Canada, Ireland. Great people. I've got really solid connection. And it's funny, like you're on the other side of the world, but we have very similar issues. Very similar. Like we're men. We're all men, and we're all in it together. Yeah, it's a great thing. It is. Yeah.
No, awesome, mate. And Joe, you've done a great job. You've just kept going. You've had your ups and downs, your ins, your outs. But mate, you now you're into your 3rd year, mate. Absolutely amazing, and you've kept growing. Sometimes fast, sometimes you've cruised, but you've just kept consistent going. So, mate, credit to you, buddy, really.
Yeah. And if I could say anything to anybody that that's considering joining up or that wants to be part of this, the very least you can do, just keep turning up. Keep turning up, right? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like some days you might wake up in the morning and go, stuff this, I couldn't be bothered, or it's bloody, I don't want to hear, it's just same old thing. Nothing's the same old thing. Everything's just like each week. There's new topics, new projects, new conversations. It's an extremely stimulating thing, and it's stimulating from a masculine sort of point of view. It's hard to describe. I don't think I'd really describe this to a woman. Look, I certainly don't think it just gets that male mind chugging around properly, instead of not properly.
No, mate, you're an awesome inspiration, mate, to all the new men men that have been around a while. It's great, mate. I'm just so I feel extremely humbled and fortunate, mate, that you've just gone the distance, mate, and you're a mate of mine, you're a friend. We've become mates far out. It's awesome, mate. And like you say, we've got mates all around the world now.
Yep.
It's so good. So, and I can, that is just awesome. So, mate, want to say massive thanks for coming on today. And if you're watching this and you're inspired, share this with somebody who you know needs some inspiration by Sir Joe. And leave us a great comment. I'm sure Joe will answer any questions you got. All right, over and out.